Hello everyone, welcome back to the SN Studio for another Horus Heresy battle report. And today we are doing something special. We are doing a custom narrative mission which we have called Contact Lost. Now it's not the first narrative mission we've done. We do have one over on SN Plus, so if you are a Horus Heresy fan, you like the content we do and you want to see more, become a member on the channel or head over to our website and join there. Now, we are on Auxtona. The battlefield today is a shattered city held by the Ultramarines. The story behind it is that the Ultramarines are fighting a grinding warfare against the Alpha Legion. The conventional tactics used by the Ultramarines are not getting anywhere in terms of progress against their foe because of the guerrilla warfare style that the Alpha Legion deploy. In this particular scenario, we have a unit of Ultramarines, the Decuis Squad, heading out as an advance party to secure one of the depots that the Ultramarines are using as supply chain across the warfront. Now, those Ultramarines have gone missing and their contact obviously has been lost. The scrambled communications across the battlefield due to the Alpha Legion tricks it meant that the Ultramarines have to send a larger force in to secure the depot and find their allies. Now, I'll let Mr. Pardo go through the rules in just a moment, but first of all, the opponents today are the Alpha Legion with the new army by Big Will. He's just the starting force, but he is building on it and getting more excited as he plays Horus Heresy going in. But we're using his force today to be the belligerents, the ones that are going to be hiding and striking a trap against the Ultramarines. And yes, Mr. Pardo has returned with the beautiful Ultramarines army. I hate saying that as a word bearers player, but it's true. It is a gorgeous army, and he's using some new units you haven't seen yet on the board today. Now, let us go over to Mr. Pardo, and he'll explain the rules of this specific custom scenario, and then go into the armies.
So, for today's narrative mission, and specifically the objective of the game, for the Ultramarine side, first of all, it is to disarm the bomb. Now, how do we disarm the bomb? We basically have to get an infantry model in base contact with the bomb and roll a d6. On the roll of a 3-up, the bomb is disarmed and the mission is accomplished. It all seems very easy to do, but the only problem is obviously that there is a set deployment. My tanks would be set up at one side or one corner of the battlefield, whilst the bomb is on the complete other side. So apart from my tanks that will be deployed on the battlefield, there will be no Alpha Legion deployed on turn 1, apart from the tank which we're there to save. So we need to get to this tank, get to the crew that have actually Vox cast in before they actually got scrambled, the connections got scrambled by the Alpha Legion. It's a very important place to get. We need to get to this unit because they have a specific satellite powerful enough to actually get communications with the vessel above. The vessel above is also very important to us because they do have the Legion Champion, the veterans, and the drop pod ready to come down onto the battlefield if needed as extra support. So they'll be eagerly awaiting that communications to actually go through for them to drop down. Now, again, how do I actually do this, you may ask? Well, base-to-base contact, again, I do need to get base-to-base contact with this specific satellite. And again, I roll a d6 on the roll of a 3-up. The drop pod will drop in straight away within 12 inches of the satellite, and then I will scatter as normal. For the Alpha Legion though, as I've already specified, they will not be deployed on the table on turn 1, but will be infiltrating in as they do. They love their guerrilla tactics, don't they? So what will happen is on Big Will's turn 1, we will actually deploy all of his units on the table exactly where he wants them to be. We will then roll a d6 for each unit. On turn 1, they will appear on 4-ups. On turn 2, they will appear on 4-ups. Turn 3, they will appear on 3-ups. Turn 4, they will appear on 2-ups. And then obviously in the last turn, if they still haven't popped out, they will automatically come in. Now, if they actually roll a 3-up on 4-up, on turn 1, or vice versa, as the turns go by, they actually have to scatter 2d6, and that will be their final position for the game. So it gives a bit of mixed communications as well, scrambled communications for their side as well, and actually it gives us a bit more narrative to it. And also we've pointed out that they do have to be 12 inches away from any of my units. So basically, that's the mission. Alpha Legion need to stop me from defusing the bomb, and I actually have to defuse the bomb to accomplish this mission. That is it for the mission. Let's go straight into our lists. Let's check out the Alpha Legion and Big World's list, and that's coming up.
I'm here to start us off for today with my brand new Alpha Legion that I've been painting up furiously for the past few months, just so we can have them here in the studio for some more battle reports. As you're going to see behind me with the army, we're not going to be focusing on the force organization chart for today, nor are we going to be using warlord traits or rights of war. We want to focus strictly on the narrative elements of the gameplay for today, and we want that to really be the focal point of the storytelling. And then we're also not going to be using any advanced reactions for either faction, just because, again, these are small skirmishing forces who wouldn't be implementing the top tactics that the armies have. So we just want to represent all of that in the narrative. Leading my army, I've got a Legion Praetor who's been upgraded to have a Paragon Blade and a Volkite Serpenter. And going into my first and only troop choice, I have a 10-man Legion Tactical Squad. All of the normal Marines are armed with chain bayonets, just to give me a little bit extra output when I get into melee, and the Sergeant's been given a Lightning Claw and a Plasma Pistol, just to have a bit more variation of wound allocation there in the units. We also have a Contemptor Dreadnought Talon, which only has one Dreadnought in it, and this obviously has the Gravis autocannon that everybody loves and hates, as well as an inbuilt Plasma Blaster in the Graviton Fist. Rounding off the rest of the army, we have two different units of Cataphractite Terminators. First off, we have a 5-man unit which are all armed with double Lightning Claws, and then we also have a 5-man unit which is armed with twin-linked Combi Bolters and also Chain Fists. And that's my list. It's a very, very, very small, focused faction, but it's what I've got painted up right now. There's a lot more coming on the way, so you will be seeing variations of this army very soon. And with all of that being said, I'm going to pass you over to Pardo so you can see his army list with the Ultramarines.
So back on the battlefield with the Ultramarines at about 1,100 points. I'm a bit under, but obviously it's a narrative game, so we're not worried about the points and more looking forward to what the mission is for today. Leading this all, we have a Legion Champion. So basically it's a Centurion being upgraded to a Champion. He actually gets a Paragon Blade for free for being that upgrade, and he also has a Boarding Shield upgrade, which I've paid the points for. In the troop section, we have one tactical squad. A squad obviously of 10, and the Sergeant has Artificer Armor, a Power Sword, and that unit has a dedicated transport, which is a Rhino with a Combi Bolter. We move on to the elites. We have, first of all, one Apothecary. No upgrades, so he has the normal 3+ armor save, and he will probably be joining the tactical squads that we've just seen, just to give them a bit more resilience as they go up the battlefield to complete their mission. We also have a unit of 9 veterans. Artificer Armor on the Sergeant, and they are all basically basic as they can get with bolters on them. They have a dedicated transport for today, and that is a drop pod. This is why the squad is actually 9 in number, because we want that HQ, that Legion Champion, to join them from up above on the vessel and drop down specifically when they have to in this mission. We also have 3 heavy support choices. We've got 2 Predator tanks with the Predator cannon as the main gun, and both of them has las cannon sponsons on them. A first for me using Predators in the Horus Heresy, but I'm really looking forward to actually see how they perform. We also have a heavy support units, all of them with Volkite Culverins on them, specifically a unit of 10, so I've maxed out of them, and they also have a dedicated transport, and which is a Rhino with Combi Bolters on them. That is my list for today. We've seen Big Will's list. I'm really eager to actually get into this mission, get stuck in, and fight some Alpha Legion. So with that said, let's go straight onto the battlefield, and that's coming up next.
Auxtona was once a glistening bastion of pride for the Ultramarines, an exemplary planet for the sons of Guilliman. Now it lay in ruin, a shattered world that had been reduced to a war zone. the Alpha Legion wreaked havoc through guerrilla warfare tactics and surprise assaults that crippled key infrastructure and caused disarray amongst the Loyalist defenders. The Ultramarines' conventional style of war left them on the back foot at many encounters, sending forces to combat ghost armies that existed only on horseback scanners, or losing battlefield communications through sabotage. Key supply depots had become a vital area of importance for the Ultramarines, as munitions constraints made the defense of Auxtona all the more difficult. One such depot in the capital city had been left unguarded. Decuis Squad of the Ultramarine 7th Company was sent as an advance party to secure the location and await reinforcements. Soon after their departure, all contact was lost.
Welcome to mission Contact Lost on the planet of Auxtona. Big Will on the other side of the battlefield. I was going to say with his Alpha Legion, but they're not here yet. They're hiding away as they normally do. And basically, we've gone over the mission already in the introduction. So if you actually skip the introduction,
Naughty.
First of all, naughty. Second of all, you should go back because we explained the whole mission there. But I'm sure most of you have actually sat down and heard the whole introduction where we explained the mission. I just want to basically have a pan over of the battlefield so you actually get a better glance of where everything is. So we've got the first two rhinos with both squads, obviously. And can I call them bodyguard predators?
We're going to call them bodyguard predators.
Support vehicles.
Exactly.
So basically, the heavy support vehicles just behind, just in case they need a bit of extra support once they go up towards the crate depot here on the right flank here. We've also got the bomb here, as you saw in the introduction, obviously, and that is my main mission for today. And my second smaller mission is basically to help these this squad here in the Burning Rhino, as we stated at the beginning. We've already mentioned as well, I will be going first.
Yes.
So basically, I do want to move as fast as possible towards this crate depot here to defuse that bomb. Not much more to say.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm just looking forward to see the Alpha Legion on the table because they do look absolutely spectacular. And yeah, I think we're ready to go. We're going to go first with my turn 1 movement coming up next.
And we're back with Pardo's movement phase. And as you can see, he has delivered on his promise. Mr. Pardo has moved with cruising speed with all his vehicles.
Quick turn, right?
To try and close the gap.
Quick turn.
So we're going to go over everything very quickly.
Yeah.
As we've just said, obviously, the Predator and Rhino on both sides have moved forward effectively flat out with their movement.
Yeah, cruising speed on all 4 vehicles, to tell you the truth.
As they try to close the gap to their neighboring unit over here, the special support team from the Ultramarines.
Try and rescue them, help them out as much as possible.
Exactly.
Right?
They obviously got the distress signal coming in, which has been relayed over to the Rhinos and the Predators, and these two here on this flank have been designated with a task to go and save them. Not much more for Pardo to really do at this point.
No, there's not much to do. Look, the main mission is over there, so I just need to get as close to there. I know, and probably will be in the next turn, some Alpha Legion units popping out from hiding, as they do. And apart from that, I do need to get to that basically comms relay, because as you know, the comms is really scrambled in this planet. It's what Alpha Legion do best, and they're making it very, very difficult for us to actually get access to comms where we are really needed. So that's one of the main points. Save these guys, pick up that comms relay from there to actually, just in case we need extra reinforcements to come in. We've got the champion and the drop pod with the veterans eagerly waiting to drop down just in case they are needed. But obviously, as stated at the beginning, we do need that comms relay to actually do that. And obviously, we don't want to waste the drop pod from come down straight away if we don't actually need it. So yeah, flat out on everything. And we're going to go on to your turn one.
As the Ultramarines near Decuis Squad's burning rhino, the royal blue colours of their stranded fellow legionnaires began to fade, uncovering the scaled teal of the Alpha Legion.
The trap has been sprung. The Alpha Legion emerge into the battlefield, catching the Ultramarines off guard completely.
Never trust the Alpha Legion. That's what my mum used to say when I was younger. But yeah, narrative coming into play already. Basically, it was one of our surprises. We knew it was going to happen, but obviously for you viewing pleasure, it's much cooler now. So basically, as Big Will has already stated, the trap has been sprung. I am now within 12 inches of melter range, which is not a place you really want to be. And I have also moved out, obviously, narratively. It's what I would have done. But we're back into my turn because I will have a shooting phase now that they have popped up. And most of the tanks, or all the tanks, have moved flat out. So basically, I will be snap firing with a lot of my guns. But I do want to take them out because I don't want melter to the face, especially against armor. So I thought I was within rapid fire of him, but also
you're not.
Alpha Legion reminds us too from the range. So it's only one shot. Hitting on 3s. That's a hit.
No, hitting on 6s, right? Because you snap.
No, I can shoot one gun. Even if I move further, the tank can move one gun, can shoot a one gun at normal ballistic.
Oh,
so that's still a hit. Needing a 4, which is a wound.
There we go.
So 3 up save.
Here we go. 3 up save. That's 1. That's perfectly fine.
Okay. We move on to, so this Rhino can't shoot, so we're going to go into the Predators. This Predator first, we're going to go with the auto cannon on the Predator firing at normal ballistic skill,
right?
Which is 4 shots, and then we're going to snap fire the 2 las cannons.
Okay.
So here we go. Hitting on 3s. Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Keep it up.
Twin linked. And wounding on 2s. 1 wound. So normal 3 up.
Normal 3 up.
Which is a wound. Is a wound.
Okay, so that means that one of these is slain.
Okay.
And now...
And we have missed out, but you could actually have done a reaction. So you can shoot back if you want to, but we'll do that after now.
Okay.
Because obviously when something shoots, you can react to that.
Yeah, I'll do the shooting reaction.
Would do it, them, yeah. So next up, we have the las cannons, which are snap firing. So 1 hit, that is a good thing. 2's to wound, that is 1 dead. Straight away, smashed by a las cannon. One's fainted.
One is fainted
from
the impact.
And then we're going to go into this Predator over here. Now I'm shooting through cover, so you will have a cover save. I can only see 1 at this point, so basically I can only kill 1.
Okay.
So we're going with the auto cannons first, which is 3 hits. This is obviously not snap firing. And then 2's to wound, which is a AP2, so that means that he is dead.
Okay.
And that is the end of that.
I get a fight cover save, right?
Yes, you do. Sorry, yes, you do. So it was 1
normal and 1 cover save,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So normal save kills him anyways.
Kills him anyway. So we don't have to carry on with that stuff. Now you would have shot back at me there with a reaction. Obviously, maybe I shouldn't have shot, but it's narrative, so let's do it. So I'll let William get some dice, and we'll come back for his reaction back, which should have been straight away. I'm teaching him, so we'll let him do it this time. Okay, so I'm behind the camera now. Big Will in front. Basically, 2 were only in range, so it's 2 melter shots firing back as a reaction into the Rhino. Hitting on 3s.
1 hit.
1 hit. And strength 8 to my front armor 11, so 3s for glance. No, that isn't a glance.
Do I have armor bane or anything?
You only have armor bane within half range.
Okay.
So nothing happens there, which is a good thing. Now you have lost more than 25%,
Correct.
Meaning you do need to do a leadership. So leadership is 8.
So
that is fine. Right? You do stay. No pinning test or anything like that, which is great. So they're still defending both that satellite and basically a key position on this type, because I do have to now work my way through this flank onto disarming the bomb on that side. That is now truly the end of my turn 1. We'll come back for your tricky movement phase, because obviously we do need to place them and start scattering to where they actually appear. So we'll come back in a second. Okay, we are back for Alpha Legion turn 1. As you can see, all of Big Will's units are on the table. Do not be alarmed. This is just for aesthetic reasons for you guys at home to get a bit of a feel of where he would actually place them if they actually stay on the battlefield for this turn 1. He does need to roll a 4 or more for them to actually stay on the battlefield. A 4 or more turn, and then they scatter. A 4 or more on turn 2, 3 up, 2 up, and then they automatically come in. So yeah, basically the supports team has moved up. Then we've got the Predator and the Terminators dropping in on this side, or not dropping in, but they're not really appearing from deep strike. They're just using their shenanigans to hide and basically appear when the enemy is closer. The Dreadnoughts just behind this wall. We've got the big unit of Tactical Marines already guarding the bomb. They know what the mission is for them and for me, so they know they are in an important place to hold that really precious objective. And then on this flank, we do have the Lightning Claw wielding Terminators in Cataphracti armor. There we go. So we're going to start rolling. If we actually get a 4 or more, we'll scatter straight away.
Exactly.
So we've got the Terminators and the Predator. So they stay in. So let's scatter straight away. Let's get a bit closer. That is a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look, they're still going to land more or less here, which is a good place. So let's actually at least move the Predator. The Praetor, sorry.
So the Praetor
will move 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yep, so that's just up to there.
Okay.
And obviously we will put the others around there
straight
afterwards.
Away, yeah. Yep. Is the Dreadnought coming into play?
Oh, I hope so. I hope he scatters. He does.
Okay, so he stays. Let's see if he scatters. So he scatters back as well. Look, this is making sense, right? They do want to guard this depot here in this corner. And remember, as we stated, they scatter fully. This isn't like a deep strike or anything like that. And then we've got these. We've got they're in as well. Okay, so they can stay. 5 inches back. Obviously, remember that they don't
this way back here.
Yep, just moving. Obviously, they can't mishap or anything like that. We're just moving them as close.
Yeah, so we'll move them as close as possible. This is what Pardo and I were saying, that we'll just move them
they
wherever
can't
they
move
can
off
physically
the table.
move.
They can't crash and do anything, just moving slightly. So they're in a good position. And then are the Terminators on the right flank coming in? Yes, they are. So everything is on the battlefield straight away. Let's see where they scatter. 5, 6, 7, a bit more to the right. Okay, so nothing's closer to me, which is good, because this would be the end of the movement phase. So no charges straight away. That means that I will be getting some shooting in my turn, which is good. So yeah, let's move everybody in, and we'll go into shooting for the Alpha Legion coming up next. Okay, we are back. Everything now in place perfectly. This is quite cool. Narratively, it makes sense. They're closer to the depot. They're further away from me, so this is why I actually couldn't see them within the mist of battle. And yeah, they're looking good. They moved back. This is good. There's no charges into my approaching vehicles, which is good because I can now disembark and fire, which narratively again would make sense. Disembark straight away and firing. And yeah, we're ready to go, but there is some shooting.
There is.
Obviously, the 2 Terminators can't shoot, can't charge. We do have the 2 support team wielding the melter guns, firing into the Rhino.
Yep.
So I will actually. Shall I actually react straight away to get a shrouded?
You don't declare that yet, though, right?
No, I declare it now. So within the latest FAQ, all shooting reactions have to be declared straight away.
I didn't know there was an FAQ. Good job, GW. Thanks for the FAQ.
Not a lot. It's very small FAQ.
That's good.
Everybody was expecting much more.
Okay.
But look, at least this is one of the things. So I will actually react. So I will have a shrouded 5 up against it. Yeah.
So here we go.
So hitting on 3s.
Both hits?
Both hits.
And now your armor 11,
my
correct?
armor is 11, yeah. So you're not in armor bane range. So, oh my god.
Wasted reaction.
Again, and a wasted reaction for me. So this is what the FAQ does, basically. It makes me waste my reaction before we go on. So your melters are very, very bad, by the way. Because in your reactions failed, and now in this proper shooting phase, you've actually failed as well. Okay, now we go on to
the
Contemptor. The Plasma Blaster is out of range.
Yes.
We've actually measured that off camera. But we do have the autocannon going into the Rhino.
I'll go into the Rhino.
Or the Predator.
I mean,
the Rhino is what's going to
it's going to deliver the things, exactly. So I'm going to go for the Rhino.
Perfect.
You've shrouded there, and this one gets the shrouded from the cover, right?
Well, a cover save.
You got a cover save, right?
Just
okay.
in case.
But you have a
I've shrouded there, but just for against that unit, so I won't have a cover save now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Is that also
just-
a change? Or?
No,
Okay,
that's
how it
always
was.
been
Okay.
done, yeah.
So yeah, I'll go into the Rhino. So
Okay.
hitting on it's 3 shots from the Gravis autocannon.
Yep.
So
And
hitting
it's
on
twin linked as well.
So hitting on 2s.
Twin linked.
3 reroll there. Well, 3 rerollers in twin links.
Okay, and strength 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 4s to glance.
4s, yes.
Okay, so that's a pen and a glance. Nothing I can do
this
there.
does this matter at all? Because I know that rending obviously works
The
differently for the
AP2
vehicle.
just against models. The
Okay.
AP2 doesn't go into, but we still need to roll to see what it does on the damage table anyway. So 1 penetrating hit is a 3, which is crew stunned.
Okay.
I'm quite sure. So basically, I can only snap fire and I can't move unless I repair myself next turn. So
And you've lost 2 hull points.
2 hull points down, 1 remaining. Still good. I'm still there, which means I can move. I can't move next turn.
Oh.
Can't move next turn. So that is the end of your turn 1.
Yep.
Let's go on to turn 2 for this special mission coming up.
The Ultramarine ranks continue to push forward into the Alpha Legion, and we see that Mr. Pardo has already begun deploying his units out of the vehicles, as we see the first unit of the Heavy Support Squad.
Yep, Heavy Support Squad.
Yeah, they've just come right out, and here they are, bunkered in and nestled, ready to shoot down the lines. Probably into these Terminators here, I would imagine, to try and pick off a couple of them.
Statistically working it out on my head, I was going to go towards the Contemptor, but I'm snap firing with the Heavy right now. Right now I'm like just making sure of getting my good position here to next turn be able to fire. I was going to be hitting on 6s, then I have 2 wounds on 5s against the Contemptor, and then you have 2 up saves.
Yeah.
Whilst against, even though you have 2 up saves on the Terminators, I would be wounding on 2s.
Yes,
So
correct.
with my 50 shots, which I have with that unit.
Exactly.
So it's a much better unit to target, I think. So shall I go through what
go for it,
I've done?
please.
So I've disembarked with them. It's the perfect opportunity, right? Your scatter wasn't the best, even though it was narratively driven the correct way. So now is my time to actually create this shooting lane where I can basically take down as much as I can. So I've disembarked with that. Obviously, my Rhino is
Popping
down
smoke,
to 1.
right?
I did say if I could repair it, but that's just, don't know what I was talking there. It's just if I get immobilized. I was just shaken, which means I can still move, but snap fire. So
Okay.
I will be snap firing. What else has happened? The Predator's moved slightly up to get better line of sight onto the Contemptor. My Rhino here in the middle has moved flat out cruising speed through this
Alleyway?
broken down ruin. Yeah, really cool sight just behind the statue there. Obviously going for the main mission itself, which is the tactical squad guarding that bomb, which I have to defuse. And then my Predator has gone backwards.
It's just reversed.
Beep, 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 and just shoot straight down the line because, look, again, my opportunity has sprung and I need to make the most of those big guns on them. So that is the end of my shooting. I did miss out on my movement. I did miss out, obviously, my tactic, my Ultramarine tactic, which is I get +1 to hit if I actually target the same unit, which I might have missed with my second Predator tank. I won't miss it this time, I promise. And that's it. That is the end of my movement. Let's get some dice. What we're going to do is we're going to do the 50 shots off camera and then come back with the wounds. And then I'll do the rest of my shooting on camera.
And there we have it, people. This is what Volkites do for you.
For now.
For now.
Because they're not firing. If not, it's crazy. But yeah, 5 wounds. It's good that I didn't shoot at the Dreadnought because I didn't get any 5s or 6s to wound. So it means that 50 shots would have done nothing. Also, I did not do a leadership as soon as you shook the vehicle. Crew shaken.
Yes.
Because basically I was going to move out and I was snap firing anyway. So just 5 wounds done, 2 up saves, hoping for 1s.
And I did declare this off camera, obviously, to Mr. Pardo, but I will be returning fire to him with the Terminators into those Volkite Marines. So here we go. 2 ups, 1 wound. They are 2 wounds apiece, correct?
Yes, correct. Now you do fire back.
Yep. So here we go. 5 shots, hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s, yes, sir.
Re-rolling that because they are twin linked.
Mm-hmm.
And now wounding you on 4s
to wounds,
right?
Yeah.
So 1 wound.
1 wound. I will put it on my artificial armor.
Of course.
So 2 up save. And that is a 6.
Very
I'm
nice.
always really worried when I do my first one and just dreading that one. Okay, so we're going to carry on shooting.
Okay.
I'm going to go with a pop smoke with this rhino.
Yep.
So he's popped smoke instead of shooting. And then I'm going to shoot my predator tank into the dreadnought. Yeah, because I can only see roughly. You will be getting a cover save as well from there. So I'll shoot into. Let me think about it a bit.
Quick change of plans from Mr. Pardo. He's actually going to fire the rhino first.
I've actually remembered my rules, which is I'm going to shoot the rhino first. If I target that unit, the predator will have an extra ballistic skill, basically. So 1 shot, hitting on 3s. It's a hit, and a wound on 6s. Maybe I'm lucky. Nope,
no, that's
not
3.
Wound. So now we go into the predator.
Exactly.
4 shots from the turret gun, hitting on
2s.
2s now. All hits. Didn't even need that. And then it's strength 8 actually, so wounding on 3s. And it is rending on 6s, which I don't get. So 3 wounds.
3 wounds, and this is AP 4,
Nothing.
so
doesn't affect.
So 2 ups, 1 wound.
1 wound, perfect. And then I've got 2 las cannon shots, hitting on 2s, both hit, and wounding on 2s. 2 wounds. AP 2 here, so you go into your 5-up invulnerable saves.
Oh, look, we got them both.
Disgusting. Okay. Didn't like that. Moving on to my last shooting unit, which is this predator firing into the approaching terminators.
Very well.
So again, 4 shots from the turret autocannon. And you what? Do you see over here?
That's perfectly fine.
Hitting on 3s this time. So 3 shots and wounding on 2s. 3 wounds.
3 wounds. AP is
nothing because I did not rend.
2 ups, and they're strength 8 though, so these are instant death, correct?
Instant death, yes sir.
So 2 ups. 1 dead.
1 dead. I love this. I'll put 1 down. You can allocate them later on.
Okay.
And then lastly, obviously we do have to do the full wound pool before you start rolling saves, but it's only 1 target, so it doesn't matter. Hitting on 3s with the las cannons, wounding on 2s. No wounds. Okay. Tasty. 1 down. Can't complain. Not 25%, so we don't need to actually do any leadership tests. That is actually the end of my turn 2. Alpha Legion turn 2 coming up next. Turn 2 movement over for the Alpha Legion. Shenanigans in every corner of the battlefield as they do. And we actually were talking off camera that narratively it was quite cool that you actually scattered a lot, because obviously it's not always good on your side either.
Exactly.
So scrambling those communications also affect you, I guess.
Exactly.
Which
it came at a price, which is the cool thing. Obviously, the whole idea of ambushing is really cool and something the Alpha Legion would do. But like Pardo's just said, it doesn't always go to plan, and sometimes you end up just landing somewhere you don't want to land.
Exactly.
So it's been represented really, really well here, I think.
Okay, so movement-wise, he's shuffled up a bit closer with these guys just in case I charge in at a certain point. I'm not that close to the bomb. I have to basically, how do you call it? Not deactivate. There we go. Yes. That's the word I wanted. Disarm, deactivate. He's been really smart with the Terminators. He started moving here. He knows he's never going to get to the Predator because all I will be doing is basically move back and fire, move back and fire. So he started moving. Can't run, obviously, because they are heavy type, but he's going to start moving on to the middle here where he does need a bit of extra support.
Exactly.
Then what's going on here?
So I've done pretty much.
You actually thought about this a lot, right?
Yes. So I've done this same thing effectively that I've done with the Lightning Claw Terminators.
Yeah.
With the Chain Fist Terminator, which is also moved myself more central. And the reason for this is because obviously I was talking to Mr. Pardo about the reactions that you can do in the movement phase as well, and this actually ties into what I've done with my other units, which is that if I move the Terminators forward into the only unit that has mass shots that can do a lot of damage, they're going to end up getting rinsed effectively. Like, there's not much that they're going to be able to do. So I've kind of moved them more centrally as well in case that drop pod happens to land anywhere nearby. They're just there to help and obviously help me stop Pardo from scoring the primary mission objective, which is disarming that bomb. So they've just moved a little bit to the side. And as I was saying, that leads on to what I did with the special weapons squad over here. And what I've done with that support squad is I've actually not moved them whatsoever, which keeps them within the 12 inches of the melter range there, but stops you from doing the movement phase reaction to move back.
Exactly.
And same thing I've done with the Dreadnought, just stayed out of, because I have to be within, it happens
12
within 12
inches for me to move.
So I've stayed out of that 12-inch range there. Obviously, my weapons are still in range to shoot at other things. So that's basically what I've done.
Just a reminder, if you skipped the introduction to naughty boy. We are not doing any of our specific reactions
for our
advanced reactions for our legions. Yeah, so it is really tricky. Obviously, there's 50 shot outputs from these guys there, so he really doesn't really want to shoot stuff in, because it means I will react back into him, and you don't really want 50 shots at normal ballistic skill.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it too much into the Dreadnought, because you're still wounding him on 6s, I believe, right? Or 5s?
5s, and then you do have a 2-up save as well.
So, like, I'll risk it into that.
I'm hitting on 2s mostly if I'm smart.
Exactly. So, like, I want to try and remove as many of those as I can, I think, because they are the ones that will really be benefiting from that hitting on 2s.
Definitely. Okay, so that is the movement phase. Let's go on to some shooting, and that's coming right up. Straight on to the shooting phase, we're going to start with the 2 support tactical marines with their melters, trying to plink off the last hull point on the Rhino. So we're hitting on 3s?
Yes. Are you going to...
I will not do anything.
No.
Because I've got my 6-up cover save from my smoke launchers.
Very well. So here we go. So 2 shots, 1 hits.
Okay.
And I'm looking for a 3 or more to basically get that hull point off,
let's see if they actually do something.
Yay! It's a 6!
It's a 6. Okay, so it's a penetrating hit as well. I do have a 6-up. Rainbow dice. Can you be my friend for today?
No.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, you've lost the hull point anyway. Let's see if it explodes, because it does do an explosion if you do get a result of a 5 or 6. No, it doesn't, so that basically becomes a wreck now. We'll put some flames on it and come back for more shooting. Okay, back onto the battlefield, and now we have the last unit to fire, which is the Contemptor.
Yep.
Now, it's been a bit of a tricky one, obviously, because if he fires at my Volkite Culverins, I think they're called, the big ones, basically I will be able to fire back at you. If you shoot at the Predator, I can't, because there's no defensive weapons, but you do want to kill stuff.
I want to kill models. I've come here to kill models. I don't come here to do anything else. I don't want to play no games. So being smart would be going into the Predator.
Yes.
But being cool is going into these guys and trying to just remove them.
And we like cool. So I will be firing back, obviously, with my reaction. So here we go.
Here we go. So I'll start off with the autocannon first.
Yep.
So hitting on 2s, re-rolling.
There we go.
They're just twin linked.
Perfect. And then strength 7, so 2s to wound.
2s to wound. So just 2 saves.
2 saves. I will go into my Artificer armor.
Of course.
Which is a pass and a pass.
Okay.
Now you do have the Plasma Blaster.
Yes. So here we go.
Is it 2 shots always?
2 shots.
It's Assault 2, isn't it?
Yes. That's 2 hits.
Yep.
2s to wound. 4s are breaching.
Yep.
That's 2 breaching.
2 breaching. So basically it's 2 dead, because I'm not going to do it on my Artificer armor. So there we go. That's 2 dead. And I will
40 shots back.
So we'll do this off camera again. As much as I want to show you, and probably there's a couple of you at home that are like, do it. But it does waste a lot of time. So we do want to shorten our reports for it not to be as long as they are normally. So 40 shots coming in hot. Let's see how much damage I can do. We are back, and a total of 9 wounds dealt. Not bad at all.
Pretty good.
Obviously, I was wounded on 5s, which is the thing that's not very nice to me, but I can't complain. So 2-up saves.
Here we go.
You are on 5 wounds left.
I am
lost
on 3
2
wounds
more,
left.
and you should have lost 2 more before, but you passed your 2 last.
I failed 2 saves here.
Okay.
So you do deflag rate for 2 more shot wounds.
That is very true, because I do have the.
So you just basically do 2 more wound rolls.
5-ups.
One more. Nothing.
Okay.
So there.
Good. Listen.
See, I'm learning.
Listen, this is your 2nd game of Horus Heresy, and you're already picking up rules I'm missing. This is good. So you're down to 3.
Yes.
Okay, this is a good thing. See, I like Dreadnoughts dropping down in points. Now, we do have 2 Terminators that are in range and have line of sight onto the unit, or the heavy support units. So here we go.
2 hits.
2 hits, even though they're twin linked, don't need it.
2
and
wounds.
2 wounds. Okay, so Artificer armor come into play. 2-up. 2-up. This is what you hate, don't you?
I mean,
this is the thing he hates the most, which I understand. Like the 10-up, the 10-point, but I'm trying to convince him of him not to be so harsh with it, in the sense that if you lose the sergeant, you're going down to leadership 7.
That's fair enough.
But I'm trying. But I do understand it.
Next FAQ. Next
FAQ. Okay, so that concludes turn 2.
Yes.
Let's go on to turn 3. This is quick. Will I have enough turns to make it into the bomb? We shall see.
Suddenly, out of the woodworks, more Ultramarines appear. Mr. Pardo has actually begun the assault onto all of my units. As you can see, he's happily...
That's what 40k Ultramarines will be doing as they prance out of the... Right, but we are in the year 30k.
You can't see me, but I'm
yeah,
shaking
30,000.
my head in approval right now to
Yes.
Mr. Pardo. I will go over.
Just 40k Ultramarine players.
I will go over what Mr. Pardo has done this turn very quickly. So, starting off with this, which is probably the most important thing, Mr. Pardo has disembarked the big unit of tactical marines.
Yep.
And he's basically put those out into the center here, trying to get as close to the bomb as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say this very quickly. This 6 over here represents the difficult terrain test that you took,
Yeah,
correct?
we thought narratively it makes sense, right? We're going straight through a bombed out warehouse, so there would have been difficult terrain there.
Exactly. So there'd be
I rolled
debris
the
that you have
6.
to go over, scattered
Yeah.
parts of the building
To
that
tell
are
you the truth,
falling.
The first time I didn't even have to roll because I was still out. Second
course.
time I've moved. And
So Mr. Pardo did move over here, and he got himself within 12 inches of my unit here. So what I have done is I've actually used the movement reaction to move back, and I've only just shuffled back slightly because all I need to do is stay out of that 12-inch range to stop 11 inches. Yeah. So I basically
10 inches, right? Because you get -2.
I don't know if it -2, but I don't know if it minuses 2 from the whole profile because you'd be 22.
When you're out now,
I'm out of the rapid fire range, which is the most important thing out of your rapid fire range.
Yeah.
I will probably have a couple still in if you do happen to shoot down that way.
Yeah.
So that's that. And then we basically stayed put over here with the Volkite heavy support unit because really they just want to be making the most out of hitting normally. This Predator over here has also stayed still.
stay still, yeah, because right now I don't really want to get closer to you just in case I don't take out the threats I need to take out. I don't really want to get closer because, you know, we all know what a brutal Gravis Power Fist with Brutal 3 does to anything it touches, so stay back as much as possible.
That's perfect. And then obviously we've had this Predator over here just moving at combat speed, just essentially pivoting to get line of fire through this building, probably into the
the cover save doesn't really matter for Cataphracti because obviously that's why they're built, to basically not need to go into cover. So yeah, basically I'm going to focus fire on that unit because I think that's the unit that's going to give me the most trouble going into the later turn. So I think now's the time to actually try and take them down.
This is his happy dance, and the reason he's so happy is because we're going to be throwing the Volkites on camera now.
He's let me do it.
Just so you can see how many dice it is. What is your target?
So the target is my Contemptor. Actually, this guy in the back couldn't see you. So I need to remove a total of 5 shots. This makes me happy because this makes me use less of your stinky white dice and more of my Taste the Rainbow dice, which can be bought, this is a promo shop, can be bought on the web store. There's more colors as well if you don't want the rainbow dice, but these are my dice. And
they are the most iconic dice, I think.
They always sold out, so maybe you're lucky if they're still there. So we're going to go with this twice, basically.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, this, twice.
No, because it's...
yeah, it'll be fine because you've taken the 5 dice out.
Oh, so right, so this twice. Perfect. So I'm going into the Contemptor, hitting... Is there anything I can shoot at it before?
The Rhino?
No, the Rhino is not there anymore.
This Rhino.
Oh, that Rhino. Yes, I'm going to shoot that Rhino really quickly. 1 shot.
Here we go.
Fails. Twin linked. Hits. 6 to wound, which doesn't. But anyway, I don't even have to hit. I just have to target it.
Exactly.
So now these guys, I'm actually going to check that. Do I need to be within a certain range?
I'm going to say 6 inches for fun.
Let's check.
Behold, I was correct. I didn't know what I was talking about, Mr. Pardo.
Something inside my brain went like, Pardo, you're doing it wrong. I did it, to be exact, I'm shooting the Rhino anyway into there because it's a good shot to take. And we did it well last turn because obviously I shot with the Rhino, I'm quite sure of this. I shot with the Rhino and my Predator was within 6 inches. So it is within 6 inches. It's good we did check. So I'm doing this twice and I'm hitting on threes.
Here we go.
Okay, miss.
One more 2 there. There's one more 2.
Miss.
And now we're on 5s.
5 to wound.
Okay, that's 4 so far.
Now. I do need to
gather some of these dice.
I need to hit a bit better, please. Feels like the same as before. So 4 wounds already. And that hurts. Ouch, that hurts. Ouch. Okay, so just
also, I asked you this before.
Yes.
I can return fire with the Dreadnought, right?
Yes. What you can't do is a lot of people actually miss this. So if you're watching, listen closely. You can't evade because dreadnoughts are actually fearless, which means you can't get the shrouded for evading. So you can shoot back because you're not a vehicle, so you don't need the defensive weapons strength 6 or less to shoot back. So you can.
Okay, that's what I will be doing anyways.
Yeah. So remember, you have to do it for those of you at the beginning, but we did talk about it off camera, so don't worry.
First up, my 2 up saves. One goes through, so down to 2, and you get 1 deflag rate on me. So,
yes.
So 5 up.
5 up, 2 wounds.
Never mind. And now here we go back into
shooting back,
hitting on. We'll do the plasma blaster first.
Okay, 2 shots.
Here we go. 2 hits.
2 hits.
And now force to wound. Oh, 2 breaching.
So take 2 down.
Nice. And now we'll go with the autocannon. So
Gravis autocannon.
All hits. Wounding on 2s, but obviously we want
looking
those
for 6s.
Just
just
2 saves.
Artificer armor.
Yep.
Passes and passes.
One day they'll change that.
Look, it's good. It's good. 2 dead. That's quite decent, actually. Okay, so this was the problem. I really need to take out that dreadnought. Like, really need to take it out. How many wounds does he have left?
He has 2 wounds left.
2 wounds left. So I'm going to do the full predator into him.
Okay.
Because I think it's now the time to actually take him out.
You're within 6 inches here from a unit that's shot.
So I can shoot. I will be shooting on 2s. Here we go. Autocannon first.
Oh.
This is when you want twin linked. And 2 wounds.
Okay.
2 wounds. No rending again. So
here
2
we
ups
go.
again.
Hey.
Oh no. And then 2 las cannon shots hitting on 2s. Oh no.
Oh
no.
Hey, Mr. Pardo, don't you wish you could just spend a CP? Yeah, I don't think you should have done that, actually, to be honest.
The room's quite dusty. Just a reminder, we need to sweep that floor. So yeah, the dice were not with me. Let's go with the next predator that was supposed to be shooting at your Terminators, shooting at that dreadnought because
dreadnought.
I really need to take him out. He's basically too good to leave there standing.
Here we go.
Especially at 2 wounds left. So here we go, hitting on 3s.
Oh, he's doing it again.
2 wounds. 1 is a rending hit. So 5 up, or you can basically decide.
Okay, so I'll go 2 up first.
Okay.
Save 5 up.
No, okay, so he's down to 1 wound. Here we go. 2 las cannons. Flames coming down on him. That's a sign. Las cannons. It's 1 hit.
Oh, this is the look of a man who is not happy with
a defeated man already. So my plans are going down the drain. So that was supposed to shoot at that. My tactical squad was supposed to shoot at that. And now everything's changed. I'm going to try and blink off the last wound from that dreadnought with bolter fire. Sadly.
Crazier things have happened.
Now, the good thing is that my Rhino has already shot at him and is within 6 inches of the Marines, meaning that I'm hitting on 2s.
It's good. It's not bad.
Hitting on 2s. 9 shots. 1 of them actually can't see, and my apothecary just has a bolt pistol. So hitting on 2s.
Good start.
Looking for 6s. It's very difficult. This, guys. Don't fancy your hopes because I need 6s and then he has 2 ups. 6s. That is 1.
That is all you need.
This is all I need. This is all I need. 2 up save. Oh no.
I'll tell you what, I am impressed with these Contemptor Dreadnought things in a Horus Heresy.
This is why you can't take more than 3 in some events. 2,050, 2,500, 3,000 points. You shouldn't be naughty and take more than 3.
I agree.
But yeah, what a bad turn. Dreadnought still alive. Those 2 support team that tricked me into moving towards them are still there. The Terminators are there. The Tactical Marines are there. Everything's here. It's been an awful turn.
It has. And as you can see, obviously, this unit's done nothing really, but it's kind of close to the objective here, so it is giving you the objective play that you want.
Yes.
This is a massive shame for you, though, because you've put all your resources and done
into there. So my plan was basically to next turn move into the Rhino. Rhino moves 7 inches. Next turn, disembark and get the drop pod down for some support. But I don't think I'm going to see that drop pod come down in this game, maybe.
Who knows?
But that's what narrative is. That's what I like about it. It's hit or miss. And let's go on to your turn 3. Turn 3 for the Alpha Legion. Movement over, at least. We've got the Cataphracti Lightning Claw wielding Terminators moving up the field now. They got within 12 inches, meaning that I did react and moved not my full initiative step back, but a couple of inches. So they did have a 10-inch charge.
Yes,
basically didn't move the whole lot, just because I knew that these guys were going to move up and I didn't want to give them a much shorter charge. So I think they need like a 4, they need like a 10. We've also got these shuffling up the board slightly, just an inch in front. Traitor and his, not retinue, but we can call it a retinue really, and his Terminator squad have moved up, applying pressure. I already reacted, so I can't do it twice. Finally, we've got the support, the 2 support tactical marines moving up towards the heavy support team and the Predator, and the still alive Dreadnought has now moved up towards the Predator tank, ready to smash it with its Gravis power fist. That is the end of the movement phase. Do you have anything to say before we go into the shooting phase?
Yeah, I really like the movement reaction because it's like playing chess. We've been talking about it off camera for like 5 minutes.
It is exactly that.
It's really cool because obviously I move here first, and if Pardo doesn't react, well, cool, I get an easier charge.
Yeah.
So you can sort of bait out the reaction by trying
I basically moved further away from the lightning claws because I know they can munch me up very, very much. Yeah. I've got a lot more attacks, even though you do have a Predator and all those little things. But yeah, I think it was maybe a smart move. I'm still very sad about this. I want to get near you. Come closer. Starting off the shooting phase, we've got the Contemptor firing all of its shots into the fresh Predator. Starting off with the Gravis autocannon, 3 shots, twin linked. Here we go.
All hits.
All hits. Strength 7, so needing 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
6 to glance.
Yeah, no.
Oh, but
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 6 to glance.
But then I get the extra
6s
D3,
would
right?
be penetrating instead.
Nothing.
Nothing there. You've got 2 shots from the Plasma Blaster, which are 2 hits.
And now 6s do glance here.
Yeah, 2 glance. Nothing. Okay. I can't shoot back because I have no defensive weapons on them. We're going to move on to the 2 support squads, which are firing into the heavy support team.
Yes.
Now, you've already said that this is a death or glory moment. You're probably going to kill maybe 1, maybe 2, and I'm going to probably shoot back, but means that something else can't shoot back.
Exactly. The idea is kind of like, so if I can force the reaction here, it means that you can't maybe shoot somewhere else or do something else. So
cool. Let's do this.
Will you react?
I will react.
Okay.
And I will be shooting back.
So here we go. So hitting on 3s. Great.
Okay.
They continue to be useless.
Do they have any ammo on them?
I don't think they do.
Yeah.
I think they forgot it at home.
I have done. I'm going to shoot back now off camera. Basically, my plan is that if I take these guys out, these guys have to deal with approaching unit, meaning that these guys can maybe move, advance, or run up the field and maybe get into here on turn 5, meaning that the drop pods could come in at the end of my turn 5. And even though it's maybe too late, I will have some firing, shooting from the veterans coming in. And the cool thing is that we will see my only HQ in this list come down into the battlefield. Maybe even have a cheeky turn 6. Maybe.
We'll see.
Okay, so let's get some more dice and carry on shooting. Okay, here we go. Firing back as a reaction into the last 2 support squads. They deserve to die, don't they? Because they've been really, really bad.
They've been awful, and they've also been around for the whole game because they've just been so insignificant.
You know what's also awful? This round of shooting.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
This round of shooting is really bad. I was going to say that I probably needed help, but look, I don't, because all the dice actually fit in my hand.
So 2 ups, right?
1.
Oh. Here we go.
Okay. Choose to wounds?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you're trying.
That's quite bad. That's 3 up saves. You do have your... you don't have artificial armor on yours.
No,
okay.
I
So
don't.
3 up saves?
They're gone.
They are gone. Perfect. That means that I do have a clear type of movement around here, which makes the mission again a bit cooler. We've shot here. Next up, we do have the Terminators.
Yes.
You will be firing into this squad, right?
Yes, because Pardo has just told me that if I shoot one way, I can't charge another.
Yes.
I did not know this.
Yes. You knew it, but you had forgotten.
I was a bit doubtful
rusty.
of it.
You're rusty.
So I'm going to do the unit at the back first, into the big brick.
Okay. Did you move with these? Because remember that they do have normal infantry squads have Fury of the Legion, which means that if you stay still, you get an extra shot. But they did shuffle.
So you rapid fire always, right? If you don't stay still, is that what it is?
No, you get an extra shot. So you would get 3 shots each if you don't move and in rapid fire range. Yeah, it's great.
So I have moved.
You did shuffle, so you do get, I think, most of the guys in.
So I think they're all
in rapid fire. Yep. Yeah, perfect.
So that is 9 shots.
Okay.
So 18 shots. And then the
plasma.
sergeant, which is separate, right?
Okay, let's get some dice and go into the shooting. Tactical squad fire through the railway onto my tactical marines. Obviously, they are in rapid fire range, but he did move, so he's not getting the extra shot at least. Here we go. Hitting on 3s and wounding on 4s.
4s, right? And you do have artificer armor in this group as well?
Yes, I've got them upgraded on all of my units. Even the one that isn't on the board.
So there you go.
3 ups. I'm actually not going to do my artificer armor.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what, I do have Fear No Pain as well. And I've got a power sword, which can come really going into play later on. So here we go.
No, guys.
3 ups.
Yep. Not bad.
2 and
5 ups.
5 ups.
Wow.
Okay. Who likes rolling 5s now?
Plasma.
Plasma. Okay. Spoke too soon. That's a hit.
2 to 1, right?
2 to 1, yeah.
Oh,
and that is an AP2 as well.
So
it's not instant death because it's not double the strength. So I'll go into a 5 up. That's a 3. So 1 is slain, not bad at all. We do have more shooting. We've got. Are you going to shoot with these guys?
Yeah, they're going to shoot into there. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 shots, twin linked into there. Let's remove the first one before I actually forget. So 1 is dead. There we go.
So here we go. So these are the 10 shots into the unit.
Okay.
So they're hitting on 3s.
Whoa. Hitting on 3s. Yep. Hitting on 3s.
Rerolling because they are twin linked, correct?
Yes.
So that's
a lot of rerolls, but good enough.
Okay. Never mind. And now
4's 2 wounds. Yeah. 4's 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Just 2. I'm going to use your dice, sir.
Yep.
And I'm not going to risk it again. So 3 ups.
Okay.
That's it. Perfect.
Perfect.
And then we've got your
traitor, which I'm just
looking
very quickly.
Volkite, right?
Yes, so it's a Volkite charger, so it's 2 shots hitting on 2s. And now strength 5, so wounding you on 3, I want to say.
3's to 1, yes.
1 wound.
No AP, right?
No AP, well, AP 5.
AP 5. Do I risk it? I haven't risked it up to now, so I'm not going to risk it. 3 up. It's
okay,
a pass.
Very good.
Okay.
I mean, that was, that's shooting phase.
Good. Yeah, it's good. So that finishes off the shooting phase. Is there going to be any charges?
Oh, there's no charges.
We might as well carry on doing it because I will be overwatching with one of them. Here we go. I can't overwatch there.
Oh, I'm going to charge here first.
Charge there first. I'm not going to overwatch there.
Are you sure?
I am sure. I'm going to risk it for a biscuit.
Pre-measure this.
You need a 10. You needed a 10. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I think you need a 4 now there.
Yep.
Do you want to?
Must be a bit more, right?
Just check it. So you need a 5 now because of that model. I will overwatch, by the way. Okay. But let's do the roll on camera. So it speeds things up. Needing a 5. That's certainly in, but I will be overwatching there. And then we've got the Dreadnought going into Did you shoot with him?
Yeah, into there. But you say they can charge and shoot different targets?
They can charge anything that they shot at with any weapon.
Oh, that was it. Okay. Okay. So into the Predator.
Into the Predator. Let's roll and see if it's 4. I don't think you can make it in. Oh, yes, that's a +1. Do you need a... I think you're in. It's quite close. I think you're in, right?
I don't know. I don't think so.
We'll check off camera.
I think it's out, though.
Pretty win. I think it's out as well by just probably a millimeter, which is good. I'm smiling away behind this camera, but I'm in trouble here. Overwatch off camera. We'll come back for the fight phase. We are back for the fight phase. Overwatch done. Charge checked. He's actually off by a millimeter.
Literally a millimeter.
Literally a millimeter. So not fast enough.
Nope.
And a good spot again from William. Remember that the faster you move, the more chance you have of adding inches to your charges.
Yeah.
So here we go. When we actually stopped off camera, I was actually going to brace to remove the extra attack for your Terminators. But I thought, look, as soon as I saw one of your Terminators on 1 wound, I thought, like, let's risk it for a biscuit and see. This was my to hit roll, by the way. all those were all the misses in Overwatch. I did hit with that. But in total, how many times did I wound? 3. 3 times. Hoping for a 1 here to
Yeah,
kill
that's all you need. Really.
1.
There
And
you
then,
go.
1.5. So 1 dead. And 1 goes to 1. And there we go. That is now perfectly done. We do have the one that died from my shooting over there. So we're quickly going to prepare some dice. I'm going to count the dice because probably William will need a bit of help with his Praetor. And we are back for the Praetor to strike first, me to strike second, and then back to the chain fists. Okay, Praetor. I was about to say Primarch. Praetor. We don't want a Primarch in this mission. Praetor striking first at initiative 5.
Yes, 5.
Hitting on 3s here.
So here we go.
All hit and marked with a lot of SN logos. And then strength, what is it? Is it just
+1, I want to say it is.
Is it a Paragon Blade?
Yes.
Okay, so plus...
I want to say it's +1 strength.
+2 maybe even.
This is +1. It could be wrong. Does it matter?
No, doesn't matter. You're wounding on 3s.
Okay, but if I was strength 6 to your toughness 4, it wouldn't matter, right?
Yes, because you will be wounding on 2s. But it is just +1.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so no Murderous Strike.
Yes.
Meaning that I do get my Feed No Pains.
You do get Feed No Pains.
Okay,
These are AP2.
4 wounds at AP2. So basically, I'm going to go straight onto my Feel No Pains then.
Okay, and you're not taking them on any special armor or anything?
Doesn't really matter because AP2...
Oh, you want to keep the power sword, right?
Yeah. So 5 ups.
Very good.
Oh, ouch. Okay, so 4 dead. Let's remove these 4 and this one. I strike back really quickly now.
Yes.
So I've got 4 attacks from my normal guys, so which we'll do straight away.
Do you not get the extra attack when you get charged?
No, just
only when you charge. Okay.
Yeah. Hitting on majority.
4s, yes.
So 4s. So 1 hits.
Yep.
And 4s to wound. Nothing.
Nothing.
Then we've got the Sergeant.
Yep.
Which is again hitting on 4s. And wounding on 3s.
+1 strength for the power sword?
I don't... Oh, let's check that. Yeah, no +1 strength. That is 40k. We don't like 40k today. Today is all about 30k. So wounding on 4s. That is actually a rending. So it goes straight onto your invulnerable save, sir.
4 up.
4 up, yes indeed.
So here we go.
Oh, no, so he slays him. And I do have 2 attacks from the Apothecary.
Yes.
Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s. That is a wound, even though I had shred. Oh, another one. Wow, you really are very, very good at rolling.
I'm trying to kill my models
You're
off.
trying. Okay, so I've done a total of 4 wounds for now.
Yes.
You've done a total of 4. Why do you have 5?
Because the 5th one was killed before.
Oh, have you just placed him there?
Yes.
Okay, so just 4 already, right? Let's not get confused with that.
So you... no, so this one here was shooting as well. It was the Overwatch. One of mine was Overwatch, yeah.
One of you was on Overwatch.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So it's just 1 basically dealt. 2 wounds. 2 wounds in total. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And now we've got the chain fists to go in.
So
hitting on
3s, right?
4s because it's majority
course,
toughness to 4s. So
good.
hitting on 4s.
And now it's 2 to wound.
2's to wound, yes, yeah.
So
2 wounds at AP2. So
and these are strength
8, so these are automatically go splat.
Very
so
nice.
I can't get Feel No Pain. So you've done 6 wounds. I've done 3 wounds. So you minus
3?
3 to my leadership, which is 8. You minus 3 to that is 5. Okay. So I fail it. Okay. And now you can't cut me down. Yeah. So it's 1d6 back, which is a 4. So I'll move them back. Actually, maybe it might be 2d6. Let me check. I'll roll anyway. That is a 9 in total. At least I'm not being cut down. But that finishes off the turn.
Correct.
So let's check that fall back. And we'll go on to my turn 4 coming up next.
The ever stalwart Ultramarines continue to press forward, looking for that glimmer of hope that they have.
We're not pressing forward, I'm falling back.
That too.
I just failed my regroup again and only fell back 4 inches.
There they are.
So they have moved a bit further back.
They're cowards.
Cowards.
However,
cowards.
Everything else has moved in an offensive way to try and get some damage out. So we're going to start off with this unit over here, which are the heavy support team. And they have actually run this time.
Yeah.
So they basically moved all the way up this way just so they're within range of the beacon for the following turn.
Yes.
To try and get that drop pod in. Not because it's going to make a difference for the actual result, right? Because we'll be going into...
I can't charge when I come down, so I should have come down onto turn 4. But look,
It's cool.
It's a bit more fun. Yeah. It comes down. If I kill a lot of things, it's like a type of mission accomplished.
Exactly. And what I've actually done in response to that is I use my movement phase reaction to move this dreadnought backwards this way a little bit, just to get closer to them, because he is going to try and target that dreadnought and kill it.
Yes.
So my aim is to do that and then try and see if I can blow up in his face and do some wounds to him and kill something from that unit, because that would be really, really cool. As Pardo has said already, this unit has fallen back yet again because they are filthy cowards.
Yes, they are.
And
I think I would be running back as well. If there's two Cataphractor Terminators and a Predator running behind me, I would really
So I
run.
agree with that. And then obviously this Predator here is shuffled a little bit in combat speed still, just to get line of sight into the Terminators over here, so he can shoot down range at them. And this one here is just shuffled, I think, or hasn't even moved.
Hasn't even moved. I just shuffled to get all my firing arcs into position.
Perfect.
So we're going to go straight into shooting.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot, obviously, there falling back. I'm going to start off with my Rhino here.
Okay.
I'm going to start trying to think off the last two wounds.
Very nice.
Last one onto there. So 2 shots. That's 2 hits.
Very nice.
4s. That's one wound.
whole wound.
Roll another one, please.
I'm going to grab a couple of dice because
you will make me very happy.
But here you go. Ask you shall receive. Oh,
No,
almost.
You are risking it. Okay, I'm going to try and take that dreadnought out because that will make me happy in general. 2 lance cannons. We're going to start the other way around. That is 2 hits.
3's to wound.
That is, no, 2's to wound. It's strength 9.
Correct, yeah.
So 2 wounds at AP2, so 2 finals.
I'm going to do this slowly.
Okay.
For fun.
Oh, don't do this to me. Don't do... Oh, wait. I do have to do my 4 shots first because it's a wound pool.
Oh, right,
I need to get used to this. 3s and 3s. That's a rending.
So I'm going to do the other lance cannon shots?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
it's gone.
so it does lose his last wound. D6 range
for the explosion,
for
correct?
Explosion, yes, sir.
And then it hits models or units?
Models.
Okay, so here we go. So range is
6. So it does hit all of those. So it's 6. 2's to wound.
2's to wound. Instant killing, right?
Instant killing. Yeah, it doesn't really matter because I do need to. So that's 6. So
you get armor saves here, right?
I'll do my artificial armor first. Passes, dies.
Very nice.
And 3 ups.
Okay.
Okay, so my sergeant's dead. No leadership's needed to do down there. But the dreadnought is removed, which I'm happy about. It's always good. It's always a good day when dreadnoughts are removed from the table.
Yeah, because they are super durable, as you've just seen. 3 turns of constant shooting and it just stayed there.
Next up, this guy is going to fire into your Predator and his retinue.
Very nice. So here we go.
By the way, it's not a retinue.
It's not a retinue.
But we're calling it a retinue because it looks like a retinue. 4 shots from the autocannon first. I have shot. I'm not within 6 inches.
You're not within 6 inches there, so no.
So 3s.
Okay, and now 2's to wound, correct?
2's to wound with the autocannon.
Okay, 3 wounds.
2 wounds. And these are instantly killing you.
Because
they are strength 8.
And you've got to do lance cannons as well.
And I do my 2 lance cannons. 3s and these are 2s.
Oh,
okay, just 1.
So that's my wound pool there, the 3 autocannons, and then the 1 last cannon. I'm going to do the autocannons first because they're 2 ups.
Yep, 2 ups, sir.
So here we go.
Get any rending.
Terminator.
And now 4 up, yes, sir. Okay, so splats. He's dead. That is the end of my shooting phase.
Yes.
Obviously, you haven't shot back with anything because the dreadnought died.
Yes, correct.
And these guys can't do anything to the Predator. So that is the end of my turn 4.
Yes.
On to your turn 4. Movement over for the Alpha Legion on this turn 4. Not a lot, actually. No. And it's going to be a really quick turn. So we've got the Lightning Claw Terminator staying put because he doesn't want to move towards me because it would make me react and
they're just guarding the flank a little bit.
Guarding the flank, guarding the containers, which is the mission for today, and guarding the bomb, which is the most important thing. They haven't moved either because they're in a good position to charge this Rhino. And basically that is it. He hasn't moved with them because he does get the extra shots for not moving with that specific tactical squad. So it's a really quick. We're going to basically shoot with these tacticals into my retreating Marines first. 2 shots each. That is 20 shots.
12, 14, 16, 17.
18, 19,
No, just 18. Just
20.
18.
Why?
Because the sergeant has a pistol.
Yeah, but you always have a bolter as well.
You always have a bolter. Wow.
Yes.
So cool.
Okay, so hitting on 3s.
Here we go.
Da, 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 da.
Pretty
Not
good
bad.
roll.
Okay,
complain.
and then 4s to wound. Oh, that was a hit. Yeah,
And now
4s to wound.
4s to wound you. You still have artificer armor in that
Yes.
squad, yeah. Oh. There you go.
Okay.
So that's
That many.
6 saves.
I'll just roll these.
you have artificer armor, so
I have artificial ammo, so obviously I'll go for them. Obviously, I knew that was coming.
feel no pain.
No, I do it after now. With the
Oh
new
right,
feel.
okay.
So because what you people used to do was now you would roll a fear up and then
Right.
go back to your armor save.
Okay,
so
I get you
you
now.
can't do that anymore. So these are 3 ups.
Yep.
Okay, so 1 more dead, and
That's 2
then
saves
now
you got
I
me.
do my feel.
I understand. Okay, that makes
So
sense.
5 up on the 2 up on that. He's dead. The sergeant's dead, and 5 up. No. So that's 2 dead. There's only 1 remaining, and the apothecary remaining there as well. I
Okay.
do need to do a leadership test because I've lost
Yes.
more than 25%.
I got a Volkite to shoot at you very quickly.
Okay, let's do
So,
from
From the Praetor.
the Praetor, but you want to charge
Into the Rhino, yeah, into the Rhino.
into the right.
Yeah,
Okay.
why not? So 1 hits,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm looking for a 6 to glance.
Okay.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. So leadership test on these guys, which I fail. So I fall back another 2d6, which is 8
More. So these are the guns that are dead, and then
Yeah.
they'll just be basically moving an 8 to there.
Yeah. Run away, boys! Run, Forrest! Run! Okay, charge here in the middle. William's going to be kind enough for me to roll some dice in his turn.
Yes.
So we're rolling, and they are
They're in.
definitely in. Do, 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 do. And here we go.
Did you want to Overwatch?
I might as well
Go for it,
Overwatch. Defensive weapons.
It's 4 shots, right? Because
Two
they are.
hits.
There's 2 combi bolters?
No, it's 1 combo.
Oh,
bolt.
okay.
So that is 2 hits.
Yep.
And no
Nothing.
wounds.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. Let's
So-
do the chain fists.
Okay.
Because that will basically.
So I'm hitting
tick
you
it up.
on 2s here?
Hitting on 2s
Yeah.
because my weapon skill is 1.
Okay, so here we go. Hitting on 2s.
Okay.
Very good. And now.
Is there a sergeant in there still?
There.
So
Yes, this one here
sergeant
is
is 3
sergeant.
attacks, 4 in the
Oh.
charge, and then you've got the normal 2 attacks plus 1 for the charge.
So that's another one?
Yep. Obviously, the Praetor would be attacking first at initiative, but
Oh, do you want me to do that first?
No,
or-
no.
Okay.
I just said the chain fist because they are basically
Okay.
easy
So now,
and easy targets.
explain armor bane very quickly for me and for everybody else that's
Yeah,
listening.
So your strength is
8.
8.
Yes.
Because of the chain fist. You add an extra d6 to that strength to actually try and pin. So basically, my
It's
back
2d6.
armor 2d6, yeah, to pin
So-
instead of 1. So your strength is 8.
So okay, so now, so I do these one at a time then?
Yes.
Okay, so the first one here
Is roll 2d6.
is a pen.
So that's a pen. Second one
um,
is
it's
a
a
pen.
pen.
Third one, just do 1 more and it's gone.
pen.
It's
Okay.
gone. So now they are AP2, I believe, right?
Yes.
So roll 3 dice, which is the 3 we've done for now, and it's. I just want to see if it explodes or not.
Okay, so
Carry
I'll
on
do
rolling 2d6. So that's another one.
another one, and then
That's another one.
And
And
then
1 more.
that's
Okay,
another.
so
3
roll
more pens.
3. Yeah, 3 more.
So here we
And
go.
on a 6, they do explode.
That will
Nothing.
sorry,
They are AP1, I think. Chain fists.
Ooh,
I think they are. We'll check live on camera here with Big Will, all the way from Gibraltar, the Rock of Gibraltar here live. It is 10 o'clock at night.
and it's AP2.
It is AP2.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't explode, but it does become erect. I just wanted to see if it exploded
Yeah,
because
fair enough.
obviously it does the strength 8 and could actually kill everybody there. So we'll put another flame template on there. That concludes your turn 4
Yes.
and mine.
Yes.
Let's go on to the final turn 5 coming up.
Turn 5 for the Ultramarines, and finally, in the last valiant effort, the heavy support squad make it to the comms
They're
relay.
like beep 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 beep. Imagine running with that Volkite. Oh my god. So yeah, carry on. What were you saying?
Yeah,
They've moved
so-
up, right?
They've moved up there, and obviously Pardo is going in for killing blows where he can get them at this point. They're just glory kills more than anything else.
Yeah.
So he's gone for the Predator. Sorry,
Mhm.
move that up a little bit. Obviously, still moving within combat speed, so
Yeah.
he can shoot.
Yeah.
And he's done that so he can get line of sight onto the Terminators over here,
Mhm.
and he's done the same with the other Predator. Now,
Yeah.
what we all care about, go grab the drop pod, Mr. Pardo. Please go grab the drop pod.
Shall we? Well, let's roll first, right?
I want you to just cradle it.
Okay, I'll get the drop
I
pod
want
so
you to
it
cradle it.
gives me a bit of luck.
Here it is.
Here it is. Obviously, I can go within 12 inches of that,
Yes.
and then we need to scatter anyway. But
Firstly,
this is the most important thing. For the glory of
the Emperor.
the Ultramarines, the Emperor, Gilliman, and Shaggy, For those
Shaggy.
of you who know
Shout
who
out to
is.
Shaggy.
There is it.
Oh.
So quickly, stay there, stay there. I'm getting my scatter dice.
In fact, how about you scatter?
It's a scatter,
Oh.
it's a direct hit. Boom, 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 boom. I
It
do
is
need
open.
I do need to get the models, so we'll catch you back in a second.
Slaying the remaining traitor marines that had disguised themselves alongside the hulking contemptor dreadnought, the Ultramarine forces were able to reinitialize the communications array and contact their vessel in orbit for reinforcements. A drop pod was quickly dispatched with a squad of the finest veterans led by a Legion champion in a desperate bid to halt the depot's destruction.
At long last, the Legion champion arrives with his retinue. This is an actual retinue. They're all veterans, so they are a retinue for him.
Yeah,
They're
we could
protecting
say
him.
they're the bodyguards.
But they have finally entered the battlefield, entered the fray via the drop pod, and they've come right where they wanted to, right beside the bomb.
Yeah. Bit late, but we're just going to gun them down.
It's fine, it's fine.
We're going to gun them down.
Now, one thing that we do want to mention very quickly is that we, off camera, did the quick reaction from the Dreadnought into the
Yeah,
Predator.
obviously you didn't state that you were going to do it, but you would have done it because it was the only thing. You shot back and glanced once.
Yes,
but
1 hull point.
I'm down to 2 hull points, so we always have to learn.
It's not going to make a difference.
You guys have to learn, we have to learn, everybody has to learn.
I have to learn a lot.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
so you drop down into here,
Yeah.
and you obviously kept yourself cognizant of the little 12 inches away, so I can't move or do anything.
Yes.
So that is basically why my units are all in the exact same positions.
Yeah.
And I can't do anything about that.
Yeah, you can move with these guys if you want closer.
Eh,
You want to apply a bit of pressure?
yeah, sure, why not? Just move them a little
It's
bit.
just the 4 inches.
Can they move? Is that because of the drop pod, or...?
Just because of the drop pod,
Okay,
So-
yeah, that's fine. It looks cool.
Yeah.
So they're over there now. Obviously, Mr. Pardo can still shoot at them with the two Predators over there.
Which we're going to go straight
We're
into
going to go
that.
straight into, because there's no
So,
point in wasting time.
Predator going in first,
So,
las cannons.
The one at the very far end?
Yeah, let's start with the autocannons
Okay.
first.
Great, good start.
Good start, Mr. Autocannon. Las cannons. 1 hit.
One hit. One
One
wound.
wound.
So I will come over here, I will consult the dice pool, and the dice pool says this one here is the chosen one.
Yep.
To make a 4-up save on a Terminator. No.
No, so one's dead.
Which I will take off this one
I
over
needed to
here.
wound more times.
Yes.
Next Predator going in.
Very nice.
Autocannon. There's 2 hits.
Choose to wound.
Choose to wound.
2 wounds.
So an AP2 and a normal
I will
save.
consult the dice pool. It says this one and this
Last
one.
time you did that, it didn't work
It's
very
okay,
well.
because
So.
watch this. This is the 4-up onto the
So this is the AP2.
AP2, so onto the Terminator.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
And then a 2-up onto
Boink.
the Predator. He's fine.
He's fine.
See, that was all. That's all planned.
Okay, and the 2 las cannons now.
Oh no. one hit.
One
wound.
wound. You do have a 4-up.
Here we go.
Oh, the Predator's also dead.
Are you
Slay
happy
the
about
Warlord, which doesn't exist in this mission, but I will grant it to myself.
that? The Predator almost made it to the finish line, but he didn't.
But he didn't.
He
That is
didn't.
the important bit you have to say at the very end.
He did not
He
make
did not.
it to the end. What we are doing next is the drop pod is actually going to shoot the pintle-mounted storm bolter, I believe.
Yes.
And that's going to be fired into these guys, and that's
Tactical
just
squads?
to unlock the +1 to hit for
On
these.
the tacticals.
So there
Yeah.
we go.
So hitting on 3s.
Nothing.
That.
But now you get to hit
Twin linked.
twin links, correct?
And I'm
Nothing.
just-
That's a 1.
It's a 1. Okay.
Okay, and
Fair
now
enough. I see how it is, Mr. Drop Pods.
it's okay because they still unlock that +1 to hit.
Yes, because I just have to target that unit.
Exactly.
So I'm just going to check if the drop pod is actually hitting on. But this skill is actually 2, so I needed even more
you
than
need a
that.
5, right? For
I
that?
need
a 5.
weapon, but it's a 5. Yes. 5.
So that failed anyways, but it's fine because they are going to be shooting next.
Okay.
So they're going to be shooting into there. I am going to do my action properly on time
2,
this time.
4, 6,
I
8,
shoot.
10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. I'll do one more shot after that. So shall I roll here?
There's 9 individuals there. Is there one going to be 10?
No, yes, that is very
Yes.
true. That is very true.
There's
So I
2.
need to drop one more less.
2, right?
No, because it's 18 shots, which is
Okay,
18 shots.
perfect.
Hitting on
2s.
Is it 2s?
Well, yeah, because you hit on 3s, right? one.
Yes, because of that. But they have a weapon skill of 5. That's where I got.
Okay.
confused. So 2s to hit.
Very nice.
And
Force to wound.
Force to wound. That is a
Wow,
good
not
spread
bad.
of hits.
That is how
More than
many?
average. 2, 4, 6, 8,
10 on the
Do you want to
dot.
roll these dice?
I will roll my own, thank you very much.
Okay. No
So-
rainbow dice.
5. And then there's the other 5. And now I will tell you all the truth. I am not a coward like everybody else who puts artificer armor on every single marine. I have
And
normal armor.
This is why you're going to die a lot.
3 are dead.
3 dead. Not bad.
And now I will grab some dice myself and shoot back at you. 9 whole saves from the return volley of fire. It's not bad.
It's not bad. I'm going to do it on my artificer armor.
Okay.
Sergeant, so 2 at a time because the veterans do have 2 wounds each. So that's 2, 2, 2, 2, and
All good.
passed. You do have to do a leadership, sir, because you've lost more than 25%.
I've lost 3 models, which is 33%. You are
Yes.
very correct, sir.
So do you want my rainbow dice?
I do
Take
not.
my rainbow dice. Take it. These will
Okay.
work.
Here we go. So it's leadership 8, correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Passed.
You did not
Yeah.
lie to me. Thank you.
This is not lie, I tell you. When they work, when I tell them to work, they work. They probably don't work with me. That is the end of my turn 4. We're going to go on, not end
Turn
of turn
5.
5. Let's finish the turn off with you, Alpha Legion. Turn 5. Turn 5, Alpha Legion. Movement finished. We have not moved with the Tactical Marines. Smart move. That means that they will be getting 3 shots per Tactical Marine this turn. And obviously, it didn't make me react. They moved up. I haven't reacted because basically I'm not a coward. I'm not going to move away from them. I don't want to move forward either because the charge would be shorter. And I do want to stay in this position because I'm closer to the bomb, even though it is the end of the game. Now, not a lot on the table. Quick turn probably. Let's go on to shooting. Tactical Marines.
Yes.
Firing into the veterans.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Bucket of dice.
Bucket of dice.
The red dice is for the plasma pistol, obviously, for the sergeant.
Okay.
Pardo and I were talking off screen whether we
it's
wanted
better.
to do the plasma or do the 3 shots from the bolter. We'll go for the plasma because it can breach.
Yeah, and it can't artificial armor, which you hate. Okay.
Good start. And you are reacting here to shoot back.
Yes, sir.
So here we go.
This happens a lot. We talk about it off camera and then we forgot to say it on camera.
So there we go. So this is exactly what I was saying because although I've wounded you with a plasma
Yeah,
pistol,
it's not
a breaching. Oh, these are 3 threes, which I'll get out your way. So,
artificial armor.
so take 2 at a time.
2 at a time.
Yeah.
2 ups. 2 ups. 2 ups. 2 ups. Time to shoot back. 18 shots coming in hot into those Tactical Marines. Here we go. Okay, that is not very good. I see a lot of 1s and 2s. I see 1 more here. And then I need force to wound. Okay, and then I do have a bolt pistol from my Legion champion, which is a hit.
Is it a hit?
Is a wound.
Yes.
Yes, I'm hitting on 2s with
So
him.
it's 3.
So
4.
2, 4, 6, 8 wounds, Mr. Big Will. Roll
Easy.
a lot of 1s.
We make
and
these
2s.
all day. We don't make these all day.
What's
That's
that?
6.
6.
Just the sergeant left. It's fine.
Just the sergeant left. Wow. Okay, a lot of casualties.
Yeah.
I'm liking this. Lightning Claw Terminators charging in. Needing a 5.
Yes.
I will Overwatch again. Hitting on
3s.
3s. Yeah. Dunk, 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 dunk. Been missing a lot, but I don't mind that roll. I like that roll.
Just don't get that again, please.
Think 5 and 6s.
Yes. So 4s.
4s, 2 wounds. Not
2.
5s and 6s, like I
3,
said.
4.
4 wounds.
I mean, knowing my luck, you're going to
Yes.
kill a Terminator here.
Probably more than 1.
No, okay.
So they all survive.
And now I just need a 5.
Needing a 5.
Charge. That is it.
They're in. So this is a lot of attacks coming in hot. At least I do have 2 wounds each. So let's get all those dice coming in and we will catch you back in a second. Now, before I leave, I do always have to issue a challenge.
Okay, how does this work?
So basically, you can accept or not. If you don't accept, you can't fight this turn.
Okay.
If you do, we basically fight each other. And if there's any wounds spilling over, they will go into the combat resolution.
And
at the
how
end.
close do you have to be for the challenge to happen?
Doesn't matter. We just move them towards each other, closest to closest. I think it's quite iconic.
Yeah,
right?
why not?
Cool. Let's do it. Here we go. Epic fights on the railway. we have to make sure that the train doesn't pass. You know, we're both going to go splat. Imagine that. Go into the challenge and suddenly, choo choo,
both get run over.
and everybody's just looking like, what just splattered blood everywhere? Like, what just happened? Okay, so I'm striking first.
Yes.
Weapon skill 6.
Hitting me on 3s.
Hitting you on 3s. 2 hits.
Very nice.
Wounding you on 3s.
Yes. 1 wound.
Only 1.
And no murderous strike.
No murderous strike,
So,
which I'm sad about. AP2.
4 up.
4 up.
Which you pass.
Which you pass. Okay.
I'm going to do his attack back very quickly.
Yep.
So he's got 3 attacks base, plus the 1 for charging, plus 1 for each claw.
Yes, it's crazy, isn't it? I have Legion Champion as 3. You have 5. Okay.
6.
You're hitting on
5
5
still.
still.
Hitting on 5 still. So there we go. Great. Good start.
Okay, you do have your other dice prepared.
Yeah. I've got my.
I have my other dice prepared as well, because we're both striking at the same time. That was quite pathetic, if I may say.
Okay.
Let's do yours first.
Yeah, here we
We're
go.
both striking at the same
Round
time.
2.
Okay.
That's really bad.
That's really bad.
3. 3.
Yes, this is why.
4s rerolling.
4's re-rolling, yes.
3 wounds.
Okay, AP3.
Yes.
So I will go into my artificial armor.
Of course you will.
So 2 at a time. Both passed. And I'll re-roll that one. It's a bit cocked. Oh, a wound. Dealt. Aha. Striking back. Veterans, both in the same initiative. I am weapon skill 5, so I'm hitting on 3s here.
And it's plus those 3 dice as well, right?
And these 3s.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry. Thanks. You're helping me a lot. You're far too kind.
I try.
Far too kind. Are you sure you're a traitor, Alpha Legion? Not.
To be honest, nobody knows,
Loyal,
really,
nobody
right?
knows. Top secret. Wounding on 4s.
Wow.
That's 4 wounds only.
4 wounds. Okay.
4 wounds.
Ready?
Yep.
1.
1 wound. So we
tie
draw
combat.
that combat.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, so that finishes off the turn.
Yes.
That's the end of the game. Now,
I'm willing to let this go an extra
yeah.
turn.
So we have been talking about this
Yeah.
a bit off camera. The game is in a point where it's so good
Yes.
that I think what we have to do is, I think we have to play 1 more turn.
I think we should.
And we're basically going to go into, basically you do have to do leadership here, by the way. Let's do this properly, just in case someone's screaming at the screen. You
It's fine.
passed.
Yay.
Okay. I think that we're just such an iconic point of this game, which we are just going to do this combat. Whoever wins this combat
Wins the game.
wins the game.
Okay.
Because obviously if you win combat, I wouldn't get to that bomb. If
Yes.
I win, I would get to that bomb. We're just going to play this last turn 6.
Yes.
And that is it. So let's go on to turn 6. Combat. Okay, turn 6. Thank you, Big Will. I love you. You're so cute. Let me get your cheek. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if the Legion champion can do a bit more. Come on, for Ultramar. That
2
is
hits.
2 hits.
3's to wound.
3's to wound. 1 wound again.
Here we go. Ready?
Here we go.
2 up. He's fine.
Two-
I have
no,
1 wound here.
2 up? No, 4 up.
4 up. Sorry, yeah,
So,
of course.
so
Yeah.
1 wound.
Okay.
Dealt, because you saved your other one. And you have...
I took a wound on somebody
okay.
there already.
Okay, let
So-
me get some dice quickly.
Yeah.
So
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 the
he's
wound
down to
allocation.
1.
Yeah. So the wound allocation for the sergeant, is that separate now to the units, or
So what do you mean?
because he took a wound prior?
Okay.
So does that kill this one off now?
No, because it's
They're
what
separate
happens
wounds.
in the
Okay.
basically.
So
I think I'm doing right. Comment below if I'm doing wrong, but I think a challenge is a challenge. Unless you don't kill that challenger, it doesn't
sounds
start
about
to
right
spill
to me.
over.
So I'm going to go into the to your champion.
Yes.
This time we're going to do something.
Okay.
1,
Just 1?
4 up.
Yes.
There we go.
Okay.
And it's running
Ooh,
6,
I'm going
right?
to check what my retractor field does.
That
So
sounds
it's
like it's
a
a 5 up invulnerable save.
5 up. Let me check because I do have a boarding shield.
Okay.
So I'll read that really quickly. Give me a second. Okay, I checked, and the boarding shield, which
Yes,
is
the
actually
Argurum
called
boarding
Argurum pattern boarding shield, actually has a 5 up against shooting, 4 up against combat, which is better than my 5 up
Correct.
retractor field.
So-
So 4 up.
4 up.
Fails.
Ah,
Okay,
yes.
so I lose a wound, and how many wounds does he have? He has 2 wounds. Ooh. So he just has 1 left.
Okay. So he's basically a Terminator.
He's basically the Terminator.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm going to throw you this smaller bucket of attacks now from the 3 lightning claws.
Okay.
Into your boys.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm going to remove this very quickly. Oh, that's better.
That's much better.
Hey, Pardo, you like that?
Okay, and now you are wounding on 4s, but re-rolling. Wounding on 4s, re-rolling. Okay, so one's dead, which is my sergeant.
That's the rending one, right?
Yep, because I am already wounded, so he has to take it.
And then that is
5 wounds.
5 AP3, right?
5 AP3, yes. So these go straight through. So that is
2
1,
more dead.
2, and 1 on 1 wound. So you have done a total of
6 wounds
6
so far.
wounds to be exact.
And you've done 1 to me. So
and you have done 1. Okay. And now we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 attacks. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Wounding, hitting on 3s, right?
Hitting on 3s. Okay, can't complain. Wounding on 4s. Can't complain, I guess. That's 4 wounds. Okay, he passes them all. That means that you do win
by 5, I think.
5. I think I'm fearless, maybe.
I think you might be actually. I think
I
might be fearless.
No, I don't think they're fearless. Let's roll. Let's roll. I think I. Okay, that's a pass anyway. No, that's a fail anyway.
Yes, because you're
so
minus 5 right
you
now.
can't cut me down. Doesn't matter what happens. I don't know if I've got that right or wrong. Comment below if we have. But that is the end. You did win combat this time. That was the gentleman's agreement. I'm not going to even. I was going to fist pump, but that needs a handshake. Thank you very much. Brilliant game. I love narrative games.
That was so much fun.
Let's talk about it all. End of game conclusion. Coming right up.
As the detonation seemed imminent, the champions of the respective legions fought with every ounce of their strength. The Alpha Legion sergeant's lightning claws slid past the Ultramarine shield to land a savage wound that brought him to 1 knee. Before he could retaliate, the Alpha Legion had vanished as quickly as they had arrived. The Ultramarines stared across to see the timer count down to 0. The entire area was vaporized in a thermal explosion, toppling ruins and sending smoke and flames high into the sky. The sons of the Hydra had been victorious this day.
So there we have it, the end of the narrative game. The first narrative game on YouTube. We do have a narrative game on SN+, which is the Butcher of Barbarous,
yes,
which is a Zone Mortalis narrative game, which is absolutely epic. So if you like what you're seeing, you want extra content, there's a couple of Horus Heresy reports already on SN+, which is our extra content members only platform. You can press the join button or visit our website, which is in the description below as well, and you can actually take that. But wow, what a game, what a finish, so much death, so much cool things happening everywhere. The thing that really bothers me, that is in the back of my head when I do narrative, is that you have this game in your head which you think it looks cool, and then when you're playing it, it's like, I hope I've really balanced it out. It's really actually difficult to balance. But I think we got it really, really well, right?
The other thing I think is like the narrative that you make in your mind might sound super cool and it might not deliver.
Yes.
I think this one's delivered.
It's delivered.
Because it's just been carnage all game long.
Yeah.
The cool, the drop pod coming in at the end, just like almost saved the day.
Yeah.
It was like, it was
And
fantastic.
I can just imagine like the bomb now just exploding.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's more of a timed bomb, right?
Exactly.
And we just didn't get there in time to deactivate it. The Alpha Legion are just there to basically die for their Primarch and obviously for Horus. And basically Sandy's just gone kaboom. So everything that was now close is not there anymore.
So all the Terminators are gone, the Centurion's gone, everyone's just died.
Yeah, it's a win to the traitors and obviously the Alpha Legion, which is really cool. First time on the battlefield as well. Your second game in Horus Heresy.
Yeah.
What have you thought about the game? The rules, obviously, you've picked up quite a lot, helped me out quite a lot. What have you thought of it?
I've enjoyed the second game a lot more than I enjoyed the first one. I think mostly because I'm a bit more familiar with the rules now.
I'm a bit more familiar.
You're also a bit more familiar as well. And I honestly do like the change from 40k, right? Like 40k is my game. I really love it. But at the same time, it's a different change. It's a change of pace. It's like, the game
Chilled out.
feels more back and forth all the time. And I think, funnily enough, the FAQ change to the reactions does make it a big difference to the game, because it makes the game feel more dynamic in the sense that you're not just literally reacting to my exact dice rolls. You're making reactions based off of my decisions.
Yes.
Which feels like there's more back and forth between
Chess
the games.
Chess
exactly.
game. Like, talking about that, like, I think the FAQ should have had a lot more to it. It was quite simple, quite not enough to it for the amount of questions we do have unanswered. But look, that's helped out. They're not being able to re-roll your Feed No Pain straight after failing an armor save is good. There's a couple of good things to it, and I really think that they're doing a good job. Dreadnoughts was a massive problem, still is a massive problem, but people are getting the idea of how to cater with them. So like this, okay, there was only one, but look, I did bring it down in the end. Could have brought it down much quicker as well.
100%.
And we are seeing more weapons on the table, which are a good counter to them. So slowly does it. I still think that more than 3 is a bit too much.
Yeah, I think Dreadnoughts, the problem was that the immediate reaction was they're so much better than everything else.
Yes.
That
it's the 2-up.
It's a 2-up.
It's the 2-up. We've spoken about it before. If they go to a 3-up and stay exactly the same, that's much better, because weight of dice, you're always going to be worse in a worse situation if you have 3-ups and 2-ups. And I think that's the way to do it. Weight of dice is how you bring them down. Having a 3-up instead of a 2-up will help a lot. But that's something we can probably have a sit down on SM Plus as well and talk about. Game-wise, perfect, bloody like we wanted it. Really cool narrative. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And I think we want to do more of this, right?
I love it. I basically, when I got into Horus Heresy now with 2.0, my idea was only do narrative. I don't care about anything else.
Yeah.
I just want to build an Alpha Legion army. I want to actually have a slight difference between the two different forces.
Yeah.
So I can do Traitor Alpha Legion and then also Loyalist Alpha Legion, and kind of do little narrative back and forth between that.
Yeah.
And that's basically what's drawn me into doing Horus Heresy in any capacity.
Talking about the Alpha Legion, they are looking really, really nice. We posted a couple of photos on Instagram. People are really liking the scheme. It's a really unique and difficult paint scheme as well to do. What's next for the Alpha Legion?
Painting wise? Okay,
Painting
so I've got a Rhino,
rhinos.
I've got 2 Rhinos, I've got a Kratos, I've got maybe 2 Primarchs. Who knows? I've got obviously more special weapons to do, some more heavy weapons to do, standard troops.
Yeah. So you're basically going to go for the core of the army. And then
for now, I've got some Leonine Terminators, so the specific ones.
Yeah.
And I also want to play around with the fact that I can take a unit from any other legion.
Did you say two Primarchs? No. What did you say you had?
Yeah, 2 Primarchs.
Why?
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Okay, cool. Fair enough. And there's also, like, Alpha Legion can actually get a specific special unit from another.
Yes, so I can basically take a unit from any other legion.
Okay.
So for example,
do you have anything in mind? Iron.
So the Iron Havocs are amazing.
A lot of people use.
The other one I really like are the Emperor's Children ones, the Terminators.
Okay.
Those are really good. I like the Ebon Keshig models from the White Scars just because they look really nice as well.
I think it's more what models you like.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be.
And paint them up in that really nice blue or something.
Exactly.
That will be really enjoyable. Anyway, if you would like more of this narrative type style of game, comment below, letting us know what we think. If you're liking our Horus Heresy battle reports, again, comment below, like our stuff. This all helps our algorithm and helps us out in the background as well. You can join us on Patreon, you can join us on SM Plus, and there's a lot of different ways to actually support us as you do. With that said, that is the end of us for today. We'll catch you back in the next battle report, coming very soon. I think I need to do something like this, right? Which is like the Custodes thing.
So, the Aquila.
Aquila, yeah.